Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The fans are making noise here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Oklahoma City Thunder getting settled in. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Smart kicks to Morris. No good on the triple. Here's Oklahoma City. Westbrook with it. Screen by Adams. Nobody near George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. George has got the opening field goal of the game for Oklahoma City. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute. He said that interior presence is #1 on their list defensively. He told me that they have to make it difficult inside and close out the passing lanes to prevent easy looks in the paint. We'll see if that works for him, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Screen by Adams. Here's the screen. It's stolen by Morris. Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. Irving kicks to Smart. He dishes it to Morris. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Here's Roberson. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Roberson.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Boy, she's in control right away. Send a message on that possession.
He got right to the cup using that screen.
Okay, how about the great body control by Kyrie Irving? One of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Here's Anthony. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now here's Hayward. Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by Adams.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Westbrook's got 5 now.
I think you've got to respect the catch-and-shoot game of Russell Westbrook. He is excellent at pulling up.
Irving kicks to Horford. Out to the right wing. Smart, wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Here's Adams. And it's sent back by Horford.
How about the timing by Al Horford? Twice on the pipes, sends it back.
Took him no time at all on that one. Hayward's got his first 2 points.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
Here's Adams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Free throw good, Adams. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Well, obviously, the biggest impact Steven Adams has for this team is his ability to be a defensive force in the middle. This guy carves up space, takes away any would-be penetrators, solid rim protection, just an unbelievable guy on the interior.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Smart. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
I'll tell you, that's really an improving jumper right there from Marcus Smart. The form is really starting to take shape.
Adams with the screen on Hayward. And Robertson has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. More on Adams, Doris. Not only is he a shot-blocking presence, but also will come up with a good amount of steals for a big man.
And that's an area, Kev, where Adams has really improved recently. For his size, he's got great agility and great anticipation in the paint. And I like that there's no hesitation to rotate and challenge any player he switches onto.
Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Morris has got 5 now.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Westbrook passes to Adams. And it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. On defense, the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. The kick out to Westbrook. Off target from outside. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Irving. Picked by Horford. On its way from Hayward for 2. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, terrific self-control from Gordon Hayward. Even with the defense in his space, he doesn't get sped up. My goodness, what a shot maker.
Now here's Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's Westbrook again missing. Celtics leading by 5. Hayward with the ball. George picks him up, and Horford wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists now in this one. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Robertson dishes to Carmelo. Over Morris. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Celtics have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. There's a screen. Picked by Horford. Pass to Morris. Dishes to Irving. In the corner, Smart with it. And again, Boston with the triples.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history, Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game. Here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game.
And the fans get their money's worth watching Irvin. My goodness, Doris, he puts on a show.
Oh, he certainly does. He's got every move in the book. A devastating crossover, a little in and out dribble, the hesitation, the spin, the ability to stop on a dime and hit the pull-up. You don't ever know as a defender which way to go.
Now here's Hayward following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Here's Irving. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
There's a good screen. And George kicks to Westbrook. And Robertson has it in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Roberson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Irving. To the paint. Here's Horford. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Horford's got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Here's the 3. Can't hit that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Morris. Feeds it to Horford. Fades. No good there. And the Thunder going the other way now. Outside Anthony. George passes to Robertson. Westbrook against Irving. Takes the 13-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 7 points in the game.
If you allow Russell into the mid-range game, he is lethal.
Picked by Horford. Here's Morris. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Anthony. Jeremy Grant comes in for George. Abrinas is checked in for Robertson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. That free throw good for Morris. Doris, what an honor. Inducted into your college's Hall of Fame. Something not many of us can say. What does that kind of honor do for the confidence for you personally going forward?
You know what? Providence College is a place that means a great deal to me. So what that Hall of Fame induction did was just remind me of all the special memories that I shared with my teammates. I'm close with many of them today. And Kevin, you know this. You know, if you've ever been inside a locker room, it's those moments when you're laughing until your stomach hurts. I'd say we were the Hall of Fame fun team. That's what I'd say.
I think we're on the fun team here on 2K. Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Brown. Screen by Adams. Grant in the post. A second chance effort. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Shooting 1.
And the free throw, no good. The Celtics, the #1 seed in the East last season, and then go ahead and get the #1 pick in the draft from their trade with the Nets. Doris, when was the last time you saw anything like that?
I think the one I can remember back in 1982 when the Lakers were coming off the championship and yet had Cleveland's #1 pick and took James Worthy. The Celtics this year end up trading down and getting Jason Tatum and another pick. The rich appear to be getting richer.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Morris with a screen on Felton. Here's Tatum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Abrinas. Here's the floater. Kept alive. Patterson. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Grant, that's good.
Well, Grant has put in a ton of work in the mid-range, and you can see the results right there.
Here's Rozier, looking for his first basket still in this one. Morris kicks to Brown. There's the pick. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here is Grant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And you watch the Thunder play, and they are just so physical with teams. They will bump you inside and outside and do everything they can do to let you know they are going to lock things down.
Well, look up and down the roster, Kevin, and you're going to see very physical players. Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook set the tone. But you can't expect to play the Thunder and not be needing a little ice bath after the game.
The first one falls.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And Grant drops them both.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
Now here's Tatum. Basket good. Tatum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And his ability to knock down shots from the mid-range. I mean, he just seems to roll that ball so easily off his fingertips. It looks like it's going in every time.
Here is Felton, looking for his first basket still in this one. Adams with the screen on Brown. Here's Abrinas. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Rozier. Passes to Baines. Kicks it to Brown. He feeds it to Morris. And that one is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
They have smothered every opportunity, it feels like. The other team has got to be nervous on field goal attempts.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Thunder. Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Then there's Grant. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the 2. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And how about the way he squares up on that triple? Tatum is a skilled sniper who plays with confidence.
The pass to Grant. Screen by Adams. Shot off the screen. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Grant's got 8 points.
How about Jeremy Grant making excellent use of the screen, just gets the necessary space and drains the jumper.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Offensive rebound, Celtics. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who would want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
You know, I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who's ultra-competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis. Somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time, too, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
Both good from the line that time.
I think, guys, very few teams can compete with Oklahoma City when it comes to controlling the glass. Great rebounders at every position. They're going to fight for boards on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Grant. He's got 8. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Here's Rozier. There's the dish to Baines. Rozier, the pass to Tatum. Unloads from 9, and that's off the glass and in. Baines has got 4 points now in the quarter. And the Thunder and their rebounding finished first in the NBA last season in rebounds per game.
And it starts with Russell Westbrook. But everyone on this team is committed to getting anything that comes off that iron. They get a ton of extra chance points because of their offensive rebounding. It's really hard to go small and get away with it against Oklahoma City.
And Boston has possession following Patrick Patterson's 3-point attempt. And it's Rozier missing.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Left side, Adams. Gets an open look and hits. Adams has got 7 points.
And not everyone can shoot this well at his size.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Guys with size don't necessarily translate into great shooters, but boy, does he show great confidence knocking that down.
Offensive rebound, second chance shot. It's deflected.
Well, persistent defense on the part of Patrick Patterson. This guy anticipates the shot and says, no, sir.
Up top, Adams. Grant outside. Patterson setting the pick for Grant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The free throw drops for Grant. A different look for Oklahoma City. Anthony's checked in for Steven Adams. Roberson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. The Celtics also changing it up. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Morris. Marcus Smart comes in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. And Grant drops them both.
And you look back to that Big Three era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
Two shots.
Free throw, good, Irving. And Kyrie Irving, a good playmaker. But he looks to score first, wouldn't you say, Doris?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see with his tremendous skill level, playmaking is an area where he can be even more dynamic.
George is checked in for Jeremy Grant. And the Celtics also making a change. Al Horford, he's checked in for Tatum. Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Here's Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short. Boston leading by 7. Hayward up top, defended by George. Hayward can't hit. The Thunder have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Anthony can't hit. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Smart dishes to Irving. Stripped away. Here's Roberson. He kicks it to Patterson. Offensive rebound.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
The feed to Hayward. He dishes it to Baines. Pass to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. And so it's Oklahoma City with it after Gordon Hayward's miss. Here's Westbrook. Connects in the foul line jumper. Now just a 3-point Celtic lead.
The defense getting a little lazy there. You can't give him those shots. He'll make you pay every time.
Pick by Horford. And Hayward gets it to go. Hayward's got 6.
Boy, pure strength from Hayward. Loves overcoming any challenge a defender might throw his way.
George with the ball. Back to Patterson. Baines with the block. Now, here is Irving. Pick by Horford. Irving kicks to Hayward. Clock at 6. Stolen by Westbrook. Inside. Looking for George. He gets it there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Irving can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 3. Let's go. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, Irving with it. In the corner, it's Hayward. Boston again missing.
Well, obviously it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
Here's Roberson. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Roberson's got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City. Boston's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Irving against Westbrook. Dishes it to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Picked by Horford. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Now, guys, you know this. If KYRIE is in rhythm, it doesn't matter how many hands you put in his face. He's still going to drill it.
Here's Westbrook. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
You think about what Coach Billy Donovan has had to deal with in terms of his roster makeup in his tenure in Oklahoma City. You begin with Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka. Then you lose both those guys after your first year. And now you add Paul George. Through it all, Billy has been able to keep this team competitive.
And for Donovan, he came into a situation where success was expected. Not easy for a college transition coach. But at this point, he has overachieved.
Well, you certainly think that Billy Donovan deserves a ton of credit for the Thunder's success last season. Without Kevin Durant, the team easily could have fallen out of the playoff picture, but this guy helps the team move to a different style on offense and continue to keep the team competitive.
Free throw, good, Irving.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Patterson, the screen. Outside, George. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And Baines pulls it down. Celtics leading by 3. Now Smart. 5 points in the game. Irving with the steal. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Anthony left side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, you just look back on the way Melo's game has evolved over his career. Certainly a couple of changes. He uses the outside shot far more often now that he is more comfortable with his 3. And not as many fouls drawn, but he still does a really good job attacking the rim.
That free throw good from Anthony. And think about Melo's game over the years, Doris. He's made adjustments, but overall he has remained incredibly consistent in what his strengths are.
Well, this guy is a tremendous scorer from the mid-range. You can post him on the low block. You certainly don't score 20 points per game every season in your career without having multiple tools at your disposal.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Now, here is Irving. 11 points in the game. There's the pick. Here's Smart. Off target with his 3.
I mean, come on, jack that one in the face of some strong defense. Got to think twice about that next time.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Misses off the right iron.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shoots. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Hayward. Hayward's got his 4th assist in this one. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Felton's checked in. And Roberson kicks to George. Patterson, the screen. Roberson the pass to Patterson. Connects from three-point range. Patterson's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
Well, the nice rise and fire on the jumper. Patterson taking advantage of the space given.
Irving for three. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Patterson dishes to George. And stolen by Hayward. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Boy, oh boy, has Gordon Hayward turned himself into a complete offensive player? His offense has grown every single year. There's no question you want the ball in this guy's hands.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Hayward has packed on the muscle. Doris, you've seen it. He's a dangerous finisher inside.
You're right, Kev. Crafty, explosive, and he's got tremendous touch. This guy can make something out of nothing.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson. Hayward hits them both.
You know, Kev, I have so much admiration for how hard Gordon Hayward continues to work to improve. This guy's already a franchise player, but I think there's a drive inside of him to be great.
Here's Abrinas. And George kicks to Felton. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Felton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, just the ability to have the kind of vision that Paul George has, exceptional at getting his teammates the basketball.
Now, here's Brown. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside Irving, 4 on the clock, uses the glass to drop it in.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Felton against Irving. Felton kicks to George. To the paint. Here's Adams. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. Down low. Here's Brown. That one, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. To the inside, Felton. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, with that frame, outstanding strength by Ray Felton, working hard inside.
And here is Brown. Picked by Horford. Brown kicks to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 19 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, the swagger, the confidence, all on display. He is in a zone right now, Kyrie.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 19 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they faced an all-out aerial assault, bombs everywhere. But they're still in position to win this game. But they were bombed from deep all half long, Ernie. They need to revamp the perimeter approach on defense. They don't need to take everything away, but they got to make it harder.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. On the floor for Boston. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Horford in at the 5.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Raymond Felton. Boston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. George with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Robertson can't hit.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
And really, the past few seasons, the Thunder have just been a dominant team on the glass. They do a great job of limiting second chance points, and they get a lot of extra possessions with their own offensive rebound.
Now here's Hayward. Morris a screen in the corner. Horford with it. 6 to shoot. Irving double team. And here's the fast break. Felton leading the way. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Love the aggressive attitude of Felton going right at the rack.
Of course, it seems like every position on the floor is doing more multitasking these days, asked to do more, play differently. So when you're thinking about guards, which do you think do the best job of generating offense, say, out of the post?
Well, the preeminent player that comes to mind is Dwayne Wade. And this is a guy who at his prime athletically was as good in the transition game as anybody in the history of the game. I know you had certain NBA analysts who have called him arguably one of the best 2 guards to ever play it. The current iteration of this guy is probably DeMar DeRozan, right? We talk about the loss of the mid-range. Well, DeMar DeRozan is excellent in the mid-range, and now they're starting to put him in the low post and let him use his size and his length to create a little fadeaway jump shot. Really pretty to watch and effective for any number of guards.
You nailed it. Now here's Hayward. 8 points for him. Irving misses. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside for George. From outside the arc, it's good from long range. George has got 8.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Irving against Felton. Stolen by George. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And George with the stuff.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's Horford on the mark with the 15-footer. He's got 10.
Well, how fluid is the shooting form from Al Horford? It makes him such a dangerous threat.
Felton kicks to Anthony. And Robertson has it in the corner. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
In the corner, Irving with it. Feeds to Morris. Horford with the screen on Anthony. Shoots from 14. No good off the front iron.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
Felton kicks to George. Pulls up. And there's another one for the Thunder.
It takes a lot to bother Paul George. The defense was all over him, but in the end, he's just a little bit quicker.
Felton against Irving. Over Felton. Irving misses.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Hayward against George. Roberson the pass to Adams. Here's the screen. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. 5 on the clock, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one on Horford. And last season for Melo was a bit of a circus. A lot of barbs being traded through the media between him and Knicks management. Neither party, Doris, pleased with what was happening, and it was a distraction to his play on the floor.
I think Melo is probably looking forward to putting that behind him. The trade rumors from a season ago didn't help. They certainly took a toll on the New York Knicks, and it's very hard to be a productive player with that much going on outside the confines of the lines.
The first one falls. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for George. And then for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Irving. Both free throws good from Anthony. Celtics trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Well, the athletic Jeremy Grant, so good at initiating contact. He gets the defense to react to his aggressiveness.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And I think, Kev, you look at the Celtics offense, not a lot of points in the paint or free throw attempts. They're very perimeter oriented.
And Grant drops them both. And Doris, if you're Brad Stevens and the Celtics, is that a focus, trying to get more going in the paint?
Well, I think they're going to play to their strengths, and right now that's probably shooting. But one thing they could look to be a little bit more aggressive with is their transition opportunities, because that could give them high percentage looks.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Here's Rozier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game to the right side. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up on the high post, and the jumper is good. And that's now 9 points for Jason Tatum.
And there's another aspect of his game, the ability to work off the screen. Give this guy any kind of space, and he's going to torch you.
Time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Russell Westbrook. What's the news, David?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Thunder. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. That's the end of his night, and he could be out for a while. Not the news he wanted to hear, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you for the update. I know we're all interested in what his status is.
And it might be a tough road back for him. But one thing's for sure, he will be back.
Well, we know this. The guy's a fighter. Now, I'm sure nobody's more disappointed than he is to have to go through this. But I am sure this guy will work every day to get back as quick as possible.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from outside.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Misses, and he wants that one back. Pass to Smart. In the corner, Horford with it. His three-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Outside Anthony. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And Roberson kicks to Anthony. Good work there as it goes. Anthony's got 12 in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rozier, the pass to Tatum. Anthony against Morris. Horford sets a screen for Morris. Over Anthony. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. That's 10 points for Marcus Morris.
And the confidence of Morris, even with the hand in his face, he knows he can deliver.
And Robertson has it in the corner. Grant outside. Lets it go from deep. And the three ball is good. 9 points in the game so far.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Celtics trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the wing on the left. Here's Horford. Horford missing again.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Anthony kicks to Grant. Out to the right wing. Here's Roberson. He's got 9. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Horford.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Good work defensively by Horford. Boston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And there's the call on Felton. That's his first foul. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Alex Abrinas comes in for Andre Robertson. Boston also with the sub. Baines is checked in. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Oklahoma City on D. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Boston, no good that time either. The Thunder leading by 14. Grant kicks to Abrinas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Abrinas has got 5.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
The Celtics have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Felton. 10 points for him. Passes it to Abrinas. Kicks it to Carmelo. Over Tatum. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Over Patterson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Anthony's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Felton kicks to Grant. Patterson, the screen. Grant dishes to Carmelo. And it's Abrinas in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. Celtics trail by 16. Brown down low. He's covered by Grant. Brown the pass to Smart. Here's the screen. Boston again missing. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. No good from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Here's Abrinas. 5 points in the game. Baines with the block. Brown with it. In the corner, Tatum with it. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. He feeds it to Grant. Abrinas kicks to Felton. Anthony right side. The wing jumper off target. Celtics trail by 16. Smart kicks to Brown. The pass to Tatum. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Shoots over Patterson. And that one comes up a bit short.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Smart. 7 points in the game. They set the pick. Tatum kicks to Brown. And stolen by Patterson. Outside, Felton. Patterson, the screen. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 18.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Smart. They need this one. Here's Baines, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Celtics haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. A different look for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Roberson in for Raymond Felton. And then for Boston, Gordon Hayward comes in for Tatum, and Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. He's perfect from the line this time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Roberson, covered by Irving. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Roberson the pass to Abrinas. Clock at 4. Here's George. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. George has got 14 points.
Is Paul George the very definition of a go-to scorer? This guy is efficient from everywhere.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling it out.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job in transition. They just need to stay focused and be efficient.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. We've got Andre Robertson. Paul George is out there with Anthony. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Abrinas in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's George, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Baseline J on the way, and it's off the back rim. No good. Celtics trail by 18. Outside Irving. Horford with the screen on Anthony. Here's Irving. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And Roberson kicks to Anthony. Shoots over Brown. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Buries it from about 10 feet away. 21 points for KYRIE Irving.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And George kicks to Patterson. Here's Abrinas, covered by Irving. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Abrinas has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
It's Brown with the drive. Irving for 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, no defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass. And
Roberson kicks to Patterson. Pass to Abrinas. Shoots from 12. And that one's good, Anthony. And the Thunder lead by 17.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
A shot's good from Irving. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Patterson, the screen. George dishes to Patterson. Outside Anthony. Drills the three-pointer.
Timeout.
Anthony's got 19 points.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation from MELO on the catch and shoot.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And an impressive transition for Patrick Patterson, developing Doris into a stretch 4 in the NBA.
Well, think about it, Kev. This is a guy who only made 24 threes in 3 years at Kentucky. Now in the NBA, he averages over 100 a season.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
For the Thunder, Adams, he's checked in for Anthony. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Alex Abrinas. Celtics trail by 18. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Irving can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Patterson can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Horford over in the corner. Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
And it's George missing. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Brown the pass to Irving. The dish to Hayward. Pick by Horford. Hayward kicks to Horford. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Now, Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a remarkable leader. This guy always willing to distribute the basketball.
Launches a 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
George fires. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. George has got 11 in the second half. And here is Irving. Picked by Horford. Irving attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 28 points for the game.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
The feed to Robertson. It's stolen by Brown. On the wing, Irving. Back to Brown. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Number 3 overall back in 2016. Jaylen Brown with a powerful build on the wing, guys. 6'7", 233 pounds. I think you need those perimeter defenders who combine quickness and strength, and he's got it.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw missing. And Doris, coming out of Cal Berkeley, the knock on Brown was his shooting touch.
You know, there was such a wide variety of opinion on him in the draft. Some felt that he was a little bit of a reach, but this guy has shown promise and earning regular minutes and having some success with that three-pointer and athleticism.
Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the second free throw, good.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Here's Ferguson. Back to George. Adams with the screen on Morris. And George kicks to Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Roberson. The three-pointer, no good.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Dishes to Irving. He kicks it to Brown. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Roberson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Ferguson. Patterson, the screen. Here's Ferguson, covered by Morris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Terrence Ferguson.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And the Thunder making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Irving. Busted. No good that time either. Oklahoma City's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Outside for George. Screen by Adams. Back to Roberson. Launches it. That shot no good. And it's Boston the other way.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. The team hasn't, but he has.
Irving double team. And here's Morris for 3. And Roberson pulls it down. Roberson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
George, no good.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here's Ferguson. He dishes it to Carmelo. Passes to Ferguson. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 11. Smart kicks to Irving. Fires from 14. Rebounded by Anthony. Oklahoma City shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. And there's the pass to Ferguson. Feeds it to George. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Doris, Paul George, capable of carrying a team offensively while also locking down the other team's top wing threat.
And that, to me, Kev, is one of the hardest things to do in this league, to expend the energy necessary to be an elite two-way player. Paul George is the real deal.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Ferguson. And so he hits both.
And I'll tell you, Paul George continues to get it done. He gets buckets and plays hard-nosed defense. This is a guy you can build your team around.
Now, here is Irving over Felton. Irving can't get it to go.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Robertson dishes to Carmelo. Kicks it to George. Anthony against Morris. Over Morris. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in a league that are as strong in the mid-range as MELO.
From the line, Irving misses. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Outside, Felton. He feeds it to George. From 17 feet out, and it's in off the backboard. George has got 20 points.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a must that you contest Paul George, especially from the mid-range. This is a dominant shooter from there.
Morris a screen. Nobody near Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 31 points for KYRIE Irving.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics trail by 14. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And you look at Marcus Smart, a career field goal percentage in the mid-30s. And yet, Doris, he's playing starters minutes for one of the best teams in the East.
I think, Kevin, sometimes a player will force you to look beyond the box score, right? Smart has a chance to be one of those no-stat stars. The advanced measures indicate this guy is one of the top guards in the NBA.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Well, you wonder if with this timeout they're going to shake things up defensively, because everything they've thrown at him to this point has not worked. He's on a roll.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Felton the pass to Adams. Anthony with it. Back to Adams. Anthony left side. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 11. Again, the miss by Anthony. Celtics trail by 12. In the corner, Irving with it. Pass to Horford. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. We've got 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Adams. To the wing right side. And Robertson kicks to George. sees the alley-oop, and Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
Now here's Smart. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Adams with the screen on Morris. The dish to Robertson, to the paint, Adams. And Adams with the slam. Great game for him, double-double down. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
There's no doubt. They're really clicking. What an amazing all-around effort to take a huge lead like this late in the game.
Horford, good.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Thunder.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Carmelo Anthony.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Adams. Eustace comes in for Anthony. Grant, he's checked in for George. And Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson. And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Morris. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Smart.
Yeah, Irving is so versatile as a scorer. Outstanding free throw shooter, too.
34 seconds left in the game. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Abrinas. Lets it go with a three. And Baines pulls it down.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Outside, Felton. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.